So I got a message from a guy. He said, "You're totally right, bro. I was talking to this girl, but I was focused on finding my mission and purpose, so I wasn't too bothered about her. Then she messaged me a long paragraph saying that I didn't put enough effort in and that she's done. She basically even said, have a good life. So I said, okay, good, it's your choice. You didn't really care. And then after, she said maybe she was wrong and said, let's forget about it. And she feels stupid. Not even 12 hours later, she told me that she caught feelings for me. Gotcha, bitch. City boys up." City boys up. Women aside, I wish I had this mindset when I was your age like you do. I'm 21 and have only seen the light the last 2 years, but keep doing your podcast. It's what young men need to hear. One of the biggest things I've realized about women is they say one thing, but they mean another. For example, this one girl keeps saying she doesn't like me and I'm mean to her, but she always wants to talk to me. Little things like that. We have to believe their actions, not their words. I told him, yep, that's why I think it's very important to understand women now, so you don't have to worry about it when you're rich or older. Because a lot of dudes, when they're older and they have a fuck ton of money, they spend a bunch of their money on women who don't even reciprocate those same feelings of emotion back to them. You know, I know a lot of guys as well who are fucking multimillionaires who suck with women. I was at a car meet with Nathan and, you know, we were walking around and we saw some dude with an Audi R8. We're talking to this dude and he made a fuck ton of money off the stock market. And, you know, we're asking him questions about the stock market. And then we were asking some questions about girls because he started asking me about my business and, you know, why we're filming. And I told him, hey, you know, like, this is what we do. We help guys out with girls. And he was telling me about his girl situation. This girl is a total gold digger. This girl totally is fucking other dudes. And I'm pretty sure Nathan started getting with this girl afterwards as well.
She belongs to the street.
This dude was talking to some thought. She belongs to the streets, but he was spending way too much time and energy on this chick. I remember he's telling us how he took her on like 3 or 4 dates. And this was like the 4th car meet he took her to. Me and Nathan were looking at each other, smiling like, what the fuck is this guy doing? We're asking him, yo, are you clapping? Are you clapping? Like, are you actually like fucking? He was like, no. One time though, I was holding her hand. And I'm like, dude, there's no fucking way. That's a funny story, but yeah, it is super important to learn this stuff now while you're young, because in high school and college, this is when you're gonna be surrounded by the most women ever in your entire life. Like, you're literally forced to be in a classroom with half of the class being girls, and then you have 6 classes throughout the day. So imagine how many girls you guys actually have to be surrounded by, you know, just because you go to school, and then also by the fact that you're on campus or whatnot. And it's really easy. There's so many dudes in this world who do not understand women, and it's ridiculous, especially nowadays with feminism getting to the school systems and Hollywood telling all these dudes a bunch of fucking lies, and all these dudes are acting like Will Simp. It is what it is, but you know, you see this in Hollywood and it's starting to affect a bunch of kids. And if you are listening to this podcast or you're actually watching my YouTube views, you'll know that a lot of kids think this way, just like fucking Will Simp. It's fucking sad, and a lot of these kids haven't learned the hard way yet, and maybe they haven't learned the hard way hard enough. It's way too easy. If you understand women, you don't even have to worry about money or looks, especially if you're a young dude. It's pretty fucking simple. If you understand women, you don't really have to worry about anything else. I think it's when later in life, when you actually start having money and you actually start having assets and you really have to start protecting yourself, it's really important to understand women and understand society and understand the world to a deeper level. But right now, since you guys are young, you guys are surrounded by women. Honestly, when I was in high school, I was not getting with any girls until sophomore and junior year. I remember I was a virgin until sophomore year. I did not understand women at all. Obviously, I was good with women, or at least talking to them for the first part of it, because I was good looking, right? And I was comfortable talking to girls. But the part that I didn't understand was I always thought that girls meant what they actually said.
What?
So I actually listened to women way too much than I actually should have, and that's where I fucked up, because I was hearing stories from my mom or my sister, other girls in school telling me how I need to pour out all my feelings to this girl. I need to take this girl on a bunch of dates. I need to text her and FaceTime her all the time and she's gonna love it. And I'm like, okay, yeah, it sounds good in theory, right? Tell the girl how you feel and then she's gonna reciprocate those feelings back to you, right? That's what happens in Hollywood, but in reality, it doesn't happen that way at all. The second you explain your feelings to a girl, the second she starts to ghost you, the second she starts to move away from you and become uninterested in you. It's a scientific fact that women are more attracted to the man whose feelings are unclear. And that's just a scientific fact, and it is what it is. You can't do anything about it. But going back to his message, he said, I agree. Another thing is that there's been multiple times I wanted women and got them, and it turned out in the end it wasn't as good as it was, and I'd get bored eventually. And it would have been more worthwhile focusing on something productive. I showing young men how to act with them will help them get girls and show them that in reality, it's more important to focus on your mission and purpose because in the end, women will always be there. Also, I'm not saying don't pursue women at all. I'm saying that your mission purpose should come first. This guy gets it. That's the perfect mindset that you should always have. I see too many guys in this space or the manosphere of the fucking black pill fucking just talking about, oh, avoid women at all costs. Don't talk to women. All women are the same. All women belong to the streets. No point to waste your time. Don't even waste any of your energy on women. But the thing is, women also bring, if you've been around women and you actually enjoy being around women and you truly love, good women, you'll understand that women bring a really nice feminine energy that is very soothing, very calm when you're around them. That's something you just can't get from dudes. If you are a strong man and the women sense that and she's very feminine, it's a very awesome balance between masculine and feminine energy, and it's very peaceful and it's fucking amazing. It's pretty awesome. But the only way that happens is by you being the man and focusing on your mission and purpose. But too many guys also, they don't focus on mission and purpose. All they focus on is girls. They put girls on a pedestal. They're willing to ditch their friends to go hang out with a girl. They're willing to cut ties with business partners to go hang out with this girl, go on a date with a girl. Or this girl said, I don't like your friends, so stop hanging out with them. And they listen. And then in the end, the girl loses all respect for the guy because the guy is willing to do everything she says. And for guys who do whatever women say, the girls don't respect them. The girls don't love them. In the end of the day, these girls don't want to even have sex with them. These girls lose all genuine desire for these guys. Remember, at the end of the day, women are always going to be chasing the guys whose feelings are unclear, who focus on their mission and purpose, who don't give a fuck about society or what other people say, and they're just living in their masculine frame. Too many guys nowadays are either focusing on women, that's all they focus on. They just sit at home watching videos on how to pick up women, so they actually don't go out there and take action on getting women. If you guys actually listen to my podcast, you know the most important thing is taking action. That's like part of having confidence and being bold is simply taking action and doing whatever you do. When I was watching Corey Wayne or I was watching Dan Pena or I was watching these other YouTubers, I listened to them and then also take action on top of that. I wouldn't just keep binge watching podcasts all day or binge watching YouTube videos all day without doing anything. I'd actually do something with the knowledge I received. So if I learned something from it, I'd actually apply it right then and there with my life. One, to see if it works or not, and to two, just to take action. That's pretty much it. But too many guys like to just sit there and not take action. They don't like to fucking pull the trigger. At the end of the day, there's only two people in life. You're the average or savage. And the average people, they don't pull the trigger. They just sit there being boring, being average, and just being absolutely nothing. And then the savage people are willing to fucking pull the trigger on whatever the fuck they want to do. And they're willing to take risks. Pretty awesome success story. I love hearing messages from guys who actually understand what the fuck I'm saying. They start to understand, yeah, Logan talks about women a lot, but at the end of the day, Logan is using women as a vessel for the bigger story, the bigger picture. I talk about women a lot because it gets guys to click on the video. It gets guys to actually listen. But throughout them clicking on the video to learn about women, they also start to learn more about themselves. And they start to think subconsciously and they start to rewire and unlearn things that they learned that was fucking them over in the past. And that's where my work really starts to help guys, is when they actually start to think for themselves. They start to realize, wow, the reason why I act this way is because maybe my parents' relationship was fucked up, or my dad acted like a simp. My mom walked all over my dad. So when I grew up, that's all I saw was that's a healthy relationship. But obviously you had to learn the hard way, that's not how it works. Everyone has some sort of wiring that their parents built into them. And that's why I say in one of my podcasts, build and create your own value system. It's super important because at the end of the day, to be your own man, you have to have your own value system. You have to create your own value system and your own set of beliefs that might be different from your family's, that might go against society, and it should go against society because society is a bunch of fucking bullshit. But yes, you should create your own value system, you should create your own belief system. And I think that's the biggest thing that too many guys don't have, is they just follow everything that their parents say or their teachers say. They don't actually genuinely think, is this the best for me, right? You can even look, is your parents' belief system best for them? Is your teacher's belief system best for them? Is those feminists' belief system best for them? Most of the time, probably not. You see all these feminists and they're fucking unhappy, they're fat, and they're single, alone, and they're angry all the time. So is their belief system good for them? Is your belief system good for you? Yes or no? Is your belief system making you happy? Is it making you successful? Is it getting you to where you want to be in life? That's like the biggest thing. Is I always ask myself, is my belief system and value system actually effective? If it is effective, then I'm willing to fight for that belief system. And I don't care if it's effective for other people. Only thing I care about is if it's effective for me and it works for me and it makes me feel fulfilled inside and it makes me happy. I don't care about fucking other people if they like my values or beliefs. I could care less. That's why I'm on YouTube, despite all these motherfuckers trying to cancel me, trying to get me deleted off YouTube and Spotify and TikTok. It is what it is. I'm just here to say what I say, and these are the things I believe in, and I'm willing to stand for what I believe in at the end of the day, no matter what. And I think a lot of you guys should too as well. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed this fucking message from this guy. I enjoyed it. I like hearing success stories like this. And if you want to hear more success stories like this or view more success stories like this, I have a lot on my YouTube channel, also on Alpha's Only Club. You guys see my testimonials, and that's pretty much it. If you guys want to listen to podcasts, my podcast is available on all platforms to listen to. And if you guys truly feel like I'm changing your guys' lives, you guys can always donate to the podcast, and that would help out a lot. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys next time. What do you mean used to be ghetto?
Used to be a ghetto.
Oh, used to be a ghetto?
Turn the wrong corner, it still is.